What's up, everybody? It's the Digital World Podcast, and this has been a video that's been circulating uh, around social media. And right now, you just hear of the completed payments that happen, the settlement and payments that happen in the digital yuan for LNG, which I believe is like for petroleum. And so, as you hear that news, I mean, you're not hearing it widespread over the media, but it's a soft little reminder, a little touch, a little sprinkle, and those who are paying attention see where this is tending. So there's a lot of changes happening. However, I do not think that you can lose. America's going to lose its superpower status, and this might be on the contrary to what a lot of people think or believe. But I think that it will usher in the need and the urgency to come and have a digital money system. And it will be promoted as, oh, America's falling behind. In order for us to be ahead of the curve and maintain our superpower, we have to go this route because everyone else is going this way. And so it's making its way in darkness. But, I mean, listen to what this Kenyan president has to say.
For the people who work numbers, I am giving you free advice that those of you who are holding dollars, you surely might go into losses. You better do what you must do, because this market is going to be different in a couple of weeks.
And so, I mean, there you have it. And not only that, I want to take you to, let me scroll up here to this video of the media. And now they're talking about it.
For international payments instead of the dollar. Saudi
And why
Arabia is also in talks with
are they
Beijing
now
to do the
talking
same thing.
about it?
Speaking of Saudi Arabia, meanwhile,
Because usually the masses go one way, right? But it's a way so that you can get the crowd, the masses, going into that direction. They're steering them, and now the media, CNN, Fox News, etc., are covering this. And whenever they start covering it, you've got to wonder. You got to ask the question, why are they covering it?
they're in talks with Iran as well to consider an economic alliance with China and Russia. And they can even be joining the BRIC countries, which is an acronym for these countries here, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These countries all have emerging economies. So what happens if our economy and the U.S. dollar are no longer the world's dominant currency? Former Assistant Treasury Secretary and host of the Monica Crowley podcast, Monica Crowley, is here to weigh in. Monica, great to see you this morning. Let's start right there.
And so you're seeing this coverage happening, and they're putting it as, oh, the U.S. is going to lose its dominance, as you know, with the dollar being the world reserve currency. It doesn't say anything about the U.S. losing its superpower status, although you know people allude that to, because historically, when you lose your world reserve currency, it's usually the end of that reigning power. But if you look at what's happening with this digital money system, this is a worldwide movement. And there are, I mean, the World Economic Forum has said in that they foresee a group of superpowers in the future. So does that mean the U.S. loses its status? No, I don't think so. They're still going to be the leader. And no one knows how exactly it's all going to shape up. But I think they're getting ready for the new world order. And that will come via a new monetary system.
What happens if these emerging economies move away from the U.S. dollar towards the Chinese yuan?
Well, good morning, Will. It's great to be with you. And it's really hard to overstate exactly how catastrophic the abandonment of the U.S. dollar would be as the world's global reserve currency. Look, since the end of World War II, the dollar has been the safe place to go, and it's been backed up by a couple of things. It originally was backed up by gold, but President Nixon took us off the gold standard, so there's no hard asset backing up the dollar anymore for the last 50 years. But also it's been backed up by the strength and economic power of the United States and the fact that oil has always been traded in dollars. If that were to end, that would mean the end of the U.S. dollar. Look, there is a perfect storm happening right now, Will. The world's reserve currency being that, having that status has been a real privilege, but we've abused the privilege by wholly reckless monetary and fiscal policies over many years, certainly over the last couple of years, which has really devalued the dollar. On top of that, now you do have this perfect storm of Biden's weakness, his war on American domestic energy production, the Ukraine war, and as you point out, because of all of these things, we've got America's enemies led by China forming a new economic bloc. And all it would take at this point now, because we're at this pivotal moment, Will, is for Saudi Arabia, who has indicated that they're open to this, to say, you know what, we're going to be open to considering other currencies to trade in oil. If that
And you're starting to see those movements. Like I said, LNG, they were able to settle payment between, I forget the countries, but they use the digital yuan. So anyways, that's the news. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. This is the Digital World Podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.